So today, guess who got sick? So I decided to make a video for you guys. Not TikTok, but YouTube. So I'm going through all of my criminal cases just to show you the analyses that I have, except for Save the World because it won't let me log in. Every time I try it, it chooses to be stupid. Watch. Now the reason it has the music and the others won't is because I had to log out of, I had to actually delete Criminal Case Save the World for a while. But watch what happens when I try to log in with Facebook. There you have it. So I have no information from my favorite version. But first is the original criminal case. Now, I will warn you, I am not that far in any of these. What? Huh? What? But I was logged in the last time I checked. Okay, well, let's try Pacific Bay then. Since I got that message as soon as I entered, I know that I am still logged in. But that's confusing because I was logged in last time I checked on Grimsboro. But I guess not. And as you can see, I'm still on case 1 with this one. Sorry, I have to do this really quick because it's been a while since I've actually played. Also, ignore that, I just got my S Pen out. I might actually edit some of this stuff out when I go to edit it. Okay, I guess this game doesn't work with my S Pen. Just being stupid. And I forgot that I could do that. Anyway, let's start with the body. Great to meet you, Deputy Marie. Yeah, no, this says that, but that's only because my name on Facebook is my actual name. I'm Roxy Sparks, coroner by day, partner girl by night, and, I hope you'll be joining us at happy hour tonight. Ignore my voice. Ugh. My nose hurts, and it's causing me to not be able to speak properly. Roxy, the chief sent out a memo about avoiding happy hour on weekdays, remember? Oh, Amy, teacher's pet as always, but let's get down to this great corpse you got. And that's weird. First, let me confirm that your victim's death was no accident, and your killer's murder weapon was indeed a shark. Now, I noticed marking on Ice P's skin, obviously the result of a struggle with his killer. Ice P is a very famous person, apparently, in Pacific Bay, so yeah. I noticed a particular pattern to these markings, which indicate that they were made by a shell necklace. Your killer's taste in jewelry is pretty questionable, if you ask me. Great. Deputy Marie will know the killer wears a shell necklace, and I'm sure you'll soon spot someone matching that description. I will actually show you the killer. It's this dude. I caught him a while ago. I don't remember how long ago, and I just haven't been able to go to the next, Marie, good to meet you. I'm Jan Toussaint. I take care of all the forensics analyses. Oh my god, this is killing me. I identified the small feathers you found on your victim's chain. They're soft, fine type that you find on the underbelly of parrots. However, finding the feathers on one of your victim's possessions is exceptionally strange. Everyone in Pacific Bay knows he had a severe bird phobia. Oh, yes. On one of the episodes of his show, he got attacked by a group of angry pigeons, and afterwards people posted photos of Ice P crying and covered in feathers on the internet. Poor thing. So Ice P's killer must be in contact with parrots. We better write this down, Deputy Marie. Jesus Christ, this is killing me. Ugh. My nose is killing me, you guys. Hi, Deputy Marie. I'm Hannah Choi. Tech Genius Extraordinaire. Oh my Jesus Christ. This is killing me. I can't do anything. Tech Genius Extraordinaire. That photo you spotted on the boardwalk was a super glue. Wow, totally different than how I met Elliot. Jeez. this dude literally goes, "Oh, hi, pretty boy. I didn't know you had a girlfriend or were dating someone." I was just, no. That photo you spotted on the boardwalk was a super clue. You found the only local girl who hates Ice P more than I do. Her name is Maggie Ryder, and she's a promising surf champion. And my cat's screaming at me. What's more, she's already been given a restraining order against Ice P because she kept throwing seaweed at him and his film crew. But why would she do such a thing like that? That's not very sportswomanly. Amy, so sweet and so innocent. Why don't you ask Maggie? What was that? Jesus, we're only on the first game and I'm already having struggles. Why don't you ask Maggie directly? She's probably down at the beach. Well, that settles it. I suppose let's go talk to Maggie, Deputy Marie. Jesus Christ. Hi, Okay, and I accidentally clicked the same thing. Super B work, Marie. I compared the tape you found on the tiki shack to the tape around the victim's wrist, and they are a perfect match, right down to the severing spot. Yay, I knew you were right, Deputy Marie, which means that the grease you collected on it must come from Ice P's killer, right, Yam? You're perfectly correct. The grease Marie collected is very unhealthy stuff, but nevertheless, it's popular among beach bums. Ooh, sounds like something I would call my little brother. I'm gonna put this away since it's kind of useless. It's a mixture of mayonnaise, ketchup, and sausage grease. To put it simply, hot dog grease. You're telling us the killer enjoyed a hot dog right before murdering Ice P? How could they think of eating at a time like that? The human psyche works in very strange ways, Amy. Murray, you're suspiciously good at tracking down hidden clues. I swear, you're an ex-spy. The cell phone you unlocked belongs to a local kid called Augusta. She's the girl in the photo. She's a big fan of Ice P's reality show and pretty much follows the film crew everywhere they go. And she believes Ice P and Carly live a real life fairy tale. Isn't that sad? I forgot that there's a girl who is a suspect who has the same name as me. Aw, I think it's cute. You would, but the frantic text messages she sent to her friends are anything to go by. She's got a harsh reality check the other day. In her own words, she witnessed that naughty new Ice P having a blood-curdling argument with poor Carly. Intense, eh? Now that Ice P's dead, this information could be of vital importance. What should we do, Deputy Marie? You're right, we should verify the I hate English. I hate it. Reliability of the witness first. Let's find little Augusta and ask her what she saw. I hate English. Y'all suck. Oh, God. I don't compliment people often, Marie, but I must say, I'm dang impressed with this repair job you did on this camera. It works perfectly. Now, I had a look at the camera's memory card and found the digital negative of the photo you were sent. What's more, judging from the countless selfies of Augusta and her pet parrot, she must be the owner of this camera. So it was Augusta who sent us a copy of the photo? I agree, Deputy Marie. We should see Augusta to get the full story. Oh, God. Yeah, no, she sent us a photo of the victim kissing another guy, even though he's married to a woman. And, yeah. But both of them were suspects. It's these two, like, her and him. But, anyway, on to the next one. Nice catch, Marie. The blue liquid you collected from your victim's fingers is lens cleaning fluid. That's great. But what does that tell us? Wait. Oh my God, I forgot about the severed fingers thing. In itself, not much. When you take the account that most of the liquid is on the finger stumps, it means it got there after the fingers have been cut. I see, I see Marie's got it. It means the lens cleaning fluid left there by the person who cut the fingers. I hate this. By Ice P's killer, so they're wearing glasses. I'm totally writing this down, Deputy Marie. We'll get to that killer any second now. And the last one for this case. Those tiny creatures you found on the knife are actually micro jellyfish, Marie. They're hardly ever found in these waters, but I saw lots of them when I went to Cuckoo Island. And do these micro jellyfish reveal anything about Ice Peace Killer Yan? We need more evidence to put them behind bars. Don't worry, I've got one final piece of evidence for you. The only way these little guys could have ended up on the knife is if the killer got into the water. And if the killer got into the jellyfish-infested waters, they must have been stung. So now we know Ice Peace Killer must have very significant sting marks on their body. This is great, Deputy Marie. We're one step closer to catching them. Deputy Marie, I've been rereading my notes, and if I'm correct, we got enough evidence to arrest Ice Peace Killer. Can't wait to see how we're going to handle it, Deputy Marie. Yep. So the killer was this doofus. The shell, the glasses, the sting, and then these two pieces of evidence. Okay, so that's it for Pacific Bay, because that's how far I've gotten into the game, because it's not really my favorite. Save the World is definitely my favorite. I am on case 26, I think. Chapter 3? I think I'm on chapter 3. And then here's one of my other least favorites, Mysteries of the Past, because it's just stupid. And I really don't like how they ended Save the World just to get to this. Because apparently one of my coworkers was murdered, and we're going with his grandfather. You see, I'm not that far into case 1, and so you're not going to have many analyses just yet. See, I think I'm only 3. I'm only in chapter 2. Anyway, Marie, this is Richard Wells, our coroner. Everyone calls him... I hate words. Everyone calls him Dick for short. Fascinating. Dick, aren't you at least gonna say hello to Marie, our new recruit? Seriously? Pleasantries are one of the foibles of living, Madeline. They do not interest me. What does interest me, however, is this wonderful specimen you brought me. Ew. Lieutenant General Frank Vogel. Oh my god, that was literally the victim of case number 3 in Save the World, Hans Vogel. Holy crap. Lieutenant General Frank Vogel was poisoned with arsenic trioxide, otherwise known as the inheritor's powder. To be frank, oh my god, did he just make a pun? To be frank, the man must have been a fool. If everybody took a little bit of arsenic every day to build up their tolerance like I do, people wouldn't be dropping like flies. I did warn you, Marie. Richard is a little eccentric. At any rate, given the levels of arsenic presented in the body, I suspect the victim was administered the poison approximately 10 hours prior to his death. The arsenic clearly rendering your victim too unwell to eat. His stomach was empty, apart from the faint traces of brimstone and lard. Otherwise, they make a tropical ointment used to reduce the itching causing pediculus humus capitis. That's head lice to you. But why would the victim have eaten that? He clearly didn't do it on purpose. From what I can tell, the substance was ingested at the same time as the arsenic, which means it came from your killer. Oh my god, I love that. I love that photo that they have for the killer profile now. So that means our killer has a head lice. It won't be too close when you arrest them, Marie. I think it said you won't be too close when you're arrested. God dang it. Marie, I am positively delighted to meet you. I'm Evie Holloway, the squad's archivist. So, in other words, she's the historian. Lucky you, Marie. You're one of the rare few who get to observe a Holloway in her natural habitat, the library. She loves books so much she hardly ever leaves the place. Yes, the library is my little sanctuary, although I must admit that this is the first time I've had one located in an airship. Oh my god, my high-pitched voice is so bad because of how nasally it sounds. Oh my god. Did you manage to... And here we go, I have to redo that. Hooray. Did you manage to discover what the cryptics Marie sent you referred to, Evie? Oh, the cryptics. Those numbers had me quite puzzled, I must admit. But then I found... I seem to have misplaced it. Just give me a moment, Marie. Is this what you're looking for? Yes, thank you. As I was saying, I had a breakthrough. Each publication in Concordia has an identification number. And 542 refers to the Concordian Gazette. The 11 and the 5 refer to the date, November 5th, while the 23 refers to a page number, the obituarius. I hate English! And interestingly enough, the only obituary published on that day was about a victim of poisoning. So whoever sent this cipher to the victim wanted him to know that someone had just died from poisoning. I agree, Marie. That sounds like a lot like someone was making a threat, which means it must have been our killer. By doing so, they gave us a major clue. Our killer reads the Concordian Gazette. I should add that to their profile, Marie. God. Oh, this is the grandfather I was telling you guys about of my old friend in the bureau, la la la. Hello again, Carly. Oh my god. I'm so sick that I can't even substitute my actual name for my middle name. Jesus Christ. Hello again, Marie. Welcome to where the magic happens. Not only are inventions of every kind cooked up in this room, I am also the first inventor to work from an airship. Not that I brag about it, but... Once you finish grand sighting, could you tell us about the evidence Marie sent to you? Why, of course. In fact, I've heard a lot about the spygraphom... What? Spymometer, whatever, you sent to me, but it's the first time I've seen one in person. The spy what? Why is this a thing? Spygraphomanometer. It's a new invention used to measure a person's blood pressure. That's terrifying. Quite ingenious, really. If only I thought of it first. If that thing was still a thing, I would not put my hand in that. I hear they've been trailing them on the immigrants at New Haven Center. So Ellis Island. You should talk to the head nurse there, Nellie Mortimer. She's been revealed to have this... She'll be relieved to have the spygraphom back. Jeez. We'll do just that. Come on, Carly. Let's see. Oh my god, I'm so sick that I can't read right. We'll do that. Come on, Marie. Let's see why this Miss Mortimer would have left such a fancy piece of equipment lying around. I would never put my hand in that for reasons on end. That thing looks terrifying and ready to squash my wrist. Oh my god. Anyway, here's my second favorite in the criminal case series. The conspiracy. Or it's either my second or my third favorite. I also like Supernatural Investigation, which is number 7. Jesus. Okay, we're at number 5 now. I don't think I've gotten that far into the Paris one either. Oh wait, no, this is case number 2. Whoops, sorry guys. This guy was actually, the victim was actually my old coroner from Greensboro, but I wish I could show you that, but I can't because for some reason now Greensboro is being stupid, and I can't log in on the computer now because I never logged in on the computer for Greensboro. I only did it for Save the World because I wanted to play Save the World on my dad's computer, and now the only one I can access on the computer is Save the World. So let's start with the body. Ooh la la, Guerrero. Hey Martin, I know Nathaniel's murder really is a tragedy. Yes, it is difficult enough having someone I know on my autopsy table, and even more so when he's such a fine male specimen. But first things first, it's nice to meet you, Marie. I've heard a lot about your prowess in the field. Talking of which, back to your poor dead friend. It's to begin with, the killer had Nathan's head on some sort of long, thin stick, so as to render him unconscious. Then, as you saw, they tied his wrists together with rope, and I suppose just in case he woke up. This is all very interesting, but what can you tell us about Nathan's snake bites? Well, these bites come from the fangs of an eastern coral snake, which makes the serpent your murder weapon. It's easily recognizable by its red, yellow, and black stripes. The venom from the eastern coral would have caused Nathan to experience slurred speech, double vision, and muscular paralysis, followed by a fatal heart attack. That's a terrible way to die. Poor Nathan. Yes, but what's interesting is that the eastern coral is a timid creature that doesn't usually bite people, which means your killer must be such a good snake handler that they were able to force the reptile into attacking a victim. Jesus Christ, into attacking a victim multiple times. Marie, our killer might be a snake charmer, but I like to see them charm themselves out of their jail cell. Jesus Christ. The puns! Just the puns. Oh, Marie, I can't believe your first day back in Grimsboro has been tainted with such tragedy. Nathan was an awesome guy. I remember how sweet he was with little Sammy when we took him to the zoo. Okay, she wasn't really my favorite back in the original of Grimsboro. She took over as tech expert for her husband. Oh, but you don't know. Me and Alex got married, and then we had Sammy. Alex decided to stop working for the police and became a stay-at-home dad, and I'm replacing him. But I digress. Nathan's smartwatch contains a pretty threatening email that has been sent to him. The email's subject contained 3 snake emojis and read, Nathan, man is the weakest and most defenseless of all living things, as you'll soon find out. A threatening email involving snakes? Given how Nathan died, it must have been sent to him by his killer. I agree. But frustratingly, I couldn't trace the address the email came from. And then I had a thought and enlisted Gabriel's help. Ah, yes. Marie, Gabriel's our profiler, an all-around culture expert. And if you have any questions about history, Gabe's your man. Oh, God. Delighted to make your acquaintance, colleague. Marie! Jesus! Sorry, I don't mean to yell, you guys, but, God, my sickness. My sickness is getting me. Ba, 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 da, da, da. Okay. Okay, I think I got it. I think I'm out of my little... God. Anyway, delighted to make your acquaintance, Marie. And you're too kind, Jones. Although I prefer if you didn't refer to me as Gabe. Back to the killer's email. Their choice of words intrigued me. It sounded like they were quoting something. And I was right. The killer had appropriated the line from Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book. A tale about a boy called Mowgli. Jesus Christ, it's been so long since I've seen The Jungle Book. One sec. And his anthropomorphized animal friends. So the killer reads The Jungle Book. Well, prison rats will be their only friend once Marie puts them behind bars. Oh my God. Well, Marie, sending a live snake to my laboratory on your first day, you certainly know how to make an entrance. Rupert Winchester at your service, and this is my intrepid intern, Emir Devani. What's up, Marie? Props to you for digging that toy bin and catching that snake. If you by props you mean well done, you're quite right, Emir. After all, you've already guessed, Marie, that this is the snake which was used to kill your victim. And did the snake help you discover anything about the killer? Indeed. Marie, I noticed an unpleasantly musky odor emanating... Nathan's speech isn't the only one that's slurred. Jeez. emitting from the snake. Tests show it came from depots left on the serpent, a perfume called Eau de Wild. Eau de Wild's all the range right now. Male, female, trans, you name it, they wear it. That's young Emir for you. Always got his finger on the pulse of what's hip. Unlike old Wait. I almost talked in. Unlike old Rupert here, who's known that the word hip sees the fashionable circa 1974. Ceased to be fashionable circa 19... Anyway, there'll be no trace of Eau de Wild on your victim, which means there was no trace of... kill me. Anyway, there was no trace of Eau de Wild on your victim, which means it was your killer who was wearing this perfume and left it on your slithering murder weapon. So our killer's wearing Eau de Wild perfume. Marie, at least it'll cover the stink of their nervous sweating when we arrest them. And speaking of snakes, I agree, we better take another look at the zoo's terrarium. Let's go. I don't care for that. Carly, You did well sending the terrarium security camera to my tech expertise. Who makes up words like that? The camera's angle of vision was sadly limited, and at first the footage mostly just showed little kids poking the reptile enclosures with their grubby fingers. But then something interesting came up. It was a recording of Nathan having a heated argument with one of your suspects. Here, take a look for yourself. I know all about what you're doing with the baby pandas. Now, Nathan. This is a big boy business that doesn't concern you. There's no need to worry your little head about it. Do not patronize me, Jackson. Blah, blah, blah. Haha, Michael Jason. Jesus. Yeah, that was a joke. Don't cancel me for that. Do not patronize me, Jackson. Now, if you don't stop, You'll what? How dare you try to mess with me, Nathan? Don't you know who I am? Wowzer. So Nathan and Jason Jackson Derulo. Jesus. Jackson Peacock had been at each other's throat? Yep. And something involving baby pandas, it seems. Marie, we better interrogate Peacock about this immediately. Golly, Marie. I really need to start editing these things out. Marie, I am going to knock your socks off with what I've discovered about Nathan's old photo. I don't know. He strikes me as that type of person who would just speak in a French accent. I don't know. We're waiting with bated breath, Ramirez. First of all, the people in this photo are Nathan's colleagues from his first ever job as coroner before he came to join us at Grimsboro PD. Why does it keep saying strange man? Nathan always spoke with fondness about his first job, so I guess that explains why he had this photo in his wallet. Why does this say strange man? We know who this is. Yes, but there is more. It turns out the person standing next to him is one of your suspects, Kit Patronus. Oh my god. I should not be sitting up right now. Apparently, Kit's also a coroner and worked with Nathan for several years. Kit Partridge. But he didn't say anything about knowing Nathan when we spoke to him. He better have some answer for why he hid this information from us. Hi again, Marie. Amir's just run out to get some coffee from one of those newfangled cafes popping up everywhere. He'll be sad to have missed you. And we're gonna miss him. Oh my Jesus Christ. My eyes started tearing up and I read that wrong. And we're gonna miss the killer, Rupert, if you don't tell us what you discovered about the flakes Marie found on the rope. Jesus. Now, old chap, no need to get in tiz. It's actually quite simple. Those But didn't I already tell you I was sick? Could you tell? Yay. It's actually quite simple. Those flakes are dead skin cells. I ran a DNA check on the cells, which confirmed that they did not belong to your victim. We can be sure. Therefore, they came from that his killer. Jesus Christ. Any more sleep. Unfortunately, the sample you sent us was attack contaminated. No. So the only result I could glean from your murderer is that your murderer has brown hair. I hope this helps you catch them. Oh, good. It does indeed. Marie, flaky skin will be the least of our brown hair killer's worries when you slap those big old handcuffs on them. So, I don't know if I had not already told you that I was sick. Could you tell? Because God dang it. Marie, we finally meet. I guess we'll soon find out if you're cracked up to be. Yay, I can't talk, no matter what type of voice I'm in. Now, Rita. Be nice. It's only Marie's first day back in Grimsboro. Getting to the point, what you sent me was a snake wrangling stick. It's used to handle dangerous snakes without hurting yourself. A snake wrangling stick, so it could have belonged to Nathan's killer. It did. I found specks of the victim's blood on the stick, and I can guarantee the killer whacked Nathan over the head with it before setting the snake on him. So, in doing so, the killer left some green cotton fibers on the green stick, which is why they were hard to get. I'm no lab rat, but I'm pretty sure this means your killer will be wearing green. Well, Marie, our killer must be dressed in green, but they'll be seeing red when we arrest them. And that's the part I'm going to skip because I'm not going to do it. Carly, it's please. Oh my God. Marie, please don't let Jones do anything silly like trying to unlock a phone again. It took me ages to reconfigure it. Yeah, sorry, Kathy. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, guess what? The phone belonged to Nathan. Peacock had Nathan's phone, and not only did he never tell us, but he also threw it away. For now, we only have Vince's words that Peacock is to blame for panda trafficking. Did the phone contain anything to help us pin the illegal activities on him? Blah blah blah. I didn't find any concrete evidence per se, but what I did notice were a bunch of texts between Nathan and his ex, Harper Stone, about Peacock's unlawful dealings. It seems that Nathan wanted Harper's help in stopping Peacock. I reckon she might be your best bet at learning more about what Peacock's been up to. Good idea, Marie. Let's go talk to Harper. Ramirez, did you find any proof on Nathan's diary of Jason Peacock? Jason, Jesus Christ, I'm doing it again. Jackson Peacock's illegal baby panda trade. Well, Carly. So that's a thing now. I'm just gonna keep doing it. Jesus. Well, Marie, how does this inventory list detailing everything about most recent panda sales signed off by Peacock suit you? I found it hidden inside the diary. An inventory listing of all the animals being sold, signed by Peacock? Marie, this is more than enough proof for us to arrest the cruel scumbag. This is so like Nathan, helping us do good deed from beyond the grave. Thanks, Ramirez. Hold your horses, Jones. You see, I discovered something else in the diary, which I found kind of curious. There's a recent entry where Nathan talks about a shipment of... What is it with them and the big words? Amlodipine, a drug used to treat high blood pressure in animals and humans. Well, Nathan was a vet, so not really a surprise that he was talking about a shipment of medicine used on animals. I was just getting to the surprising bit. You see, Nathan wrote about the shipment of medicine had gone missing, and he seemed really concerned about this. I get the impression he thought there was more to this missing shipment than meets the eye. Nathan was a shrewd character, so he wouldn't be concerned over nothing. Marie, we'll need to look into this. But for now, let's go arrest Jackson. Jackson? Oh my God! Now I'm combining names. That's hilarious. Jackson Peacock for his illegal animal trade. Okay, that's it for this case. Now we're going on to the second case. Hell is all is other people. And I don't think my dad would be happy to hear me that I just said that, even though I have cadences to do. Well, Mary, I don't want to brag, but this autopsy totally nailed it. Jokes aside, one thing is clear. For the nails to be this deeply embedded into your victim, the killer must have used a nail gun. A nail gun? Charming. We better keep an eye out for it then. I can also tell you that the first nail was shot into the victim's forehead, killing her instantly. But unfortunately for your killer, they left traces of their peppercorn steak sauce on the nails where they fed them into the nail gun. So our killer eats steak. Well, pardon the pun, but their future is at stake when they decide to take a life, Marie. Hey there, Marie! I'm gonna keep doing this! Jesus Christ! Hey there, Marie. It's nice to see you again, and nice to meet you, Gloria. Thanks, Kathy. Is that baby Sammy? I didn't know you had him today. Yeah, poor darling's running a fever. Alex was up all night with him. I brought him into the office so that his dad could get some rest. And, I'm afraid Sammy threw up all over that jacket you sent me, Marie. Oh, man, that's the last thing I needed on my first day on the job. Don't worry, I already taken pictures of the print, which I ran through the database. And I can tell you that the print was made by an SUV tire. So now we know our killer drives an SUV. Marie, well, that was the wrong punctuation. Hooray. Drives an SUV, Marie. Well, they can key their next destination into their GPS. Prison. And last one for right now. River, come on! Virtual reality is the future. I'm sure you like it if you just tried it. I shall not. I have the next thing in my hand under any... I shall not have that thing placed on my head under any circumstances. Oh, look, Marie's here. Amar, do us a favor and put the kettle on, will you? Fine, but I will win you over to my way of thinking sooner or later. Thank goodness you arrived, Marie. Amar won't stop going on about that newfangled piece of technology he's got. Ha, kids these days. My son Carter is technology obsessed too. Always going on about wanting the latest iPair gadget. Quite. Now, back to more conventional eyewear. The blood on those sunglasses was indeed your victim's, which also confirms your killer handled them. But in doing so, they also left traces of undiluted garden fertilizer on the sunglasses. Fertilizer? That means our killer must be a fan of gardening. Well, I've got no doubt you'll weed them out, Marie. And you're right, Cynthia Lane mentioned being in charge of the community gardening workshops. I'll add it to her profile. Marie, we might have found another piece of this puzzle, but we're still lacking suspect with a solid motive for murder. I agree. Maybe having another look at the victim's house would shed more light on her death. We better go back. And that's it for the conspiracy. I hate travel in time. I hate it. It's stupid. Okay, it's not like the others, okay? Where you have to earn stars based on how well you did. But you earn stars based on how many times you play it. And it's just like, what's the point? Because it's supposed to take you a while. And it's very fun if you take a while. And it's like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, this game just doesn't make sense to me. And then you have to have 2 stars in order to get things. And it's no wonder that I only have 2 of these. Delighted to meet you, Marie. I am Janice, the coroner on the time machine. My grandkids also call me the world's coolest grandma, since I get to voyage in history. Time travel is indeed 5 years ago, but I still hardly believe it. Wait, I think she said something else. I don't, no, wait. I read that wrong. Time travel was invented 5 years ago, but I can still hardly believe it. And now you have Caesar's body on yourself. Oh, yeah, Jack Archer, he came back for this one. And now you have Caesar's body on your slab. A memorable experience, if there ever was one. What did the autopsy reveal? Caesar was stabbed, although only a couple of times, not 23, as taught by our history books. The stabs were quick and deep, just like you puff pastry. What? And I actually found traces of food in Caesar's spoons. It was a mixture of lentils, chickpeas, and crispy onions, the ingredients found in kosheri. It's a popular Egyptian dish, even in our time. No doubt your killer used the knife to eat their lunch. So the killer eats kosheri. Marie will teach... Ugh, I hate punctuation. Marie will teach the killer that you don't play with your food, or with murder. And last but not least, Marie, it is such a pleasure to meet you. You're welcome to lounge about in my lab whenever you get tired of the past. Isn't the time machine amazing? In addition to time reactor, which actually permits time travel, it holds all of our labs. And it comes with a cloaking mechanism so locals don't see us land in a crazy futuristic contraption. Okay, if you're done geeking out, can you tell Maria about that blood cloth we found? The blood was your victim's, which led me to believe that your killer used this cloth to wipe their hands after the murder. And I was able to get a valuable clue. See, I found traces of wax on the cloth and realized it's the kind of wax used to polish a harp, which means your killer plays the instrument. Caesar's killer plays the harp, well, they'll soon be harping on about how Marie caught them. And that's it for Travel in Time. Now we're on to Supernatural Investigations. Oh my god, this has been going on for 41 minutes. Holy crap, I did not expect this to be this long. I mean, it would have been a lot longer if I had freaking Criminal Case Save the World, because of the 26 cases I've already done. Well, 25 and a half, technically. But I think half of this is just me stumbling over my words. And me calling myself the wrong name. Oh my god, I'm already 3 cases in? That's hilarious. I think that's the reason why I'm sick. Jesus Christ. Okay. Marie, so great to have you with us. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing voices because I think that's what's taking up half of my energy. So great to have you with us. I guess Jake gave you the introductory speech. Nope, we landed with this vampire case, and there wasn't time to sit down and talk. Funnily, Marie, vampires, or how our team began 25 years ago. At first, it was just Jake and me, best buds, hitting the road. Vampire killed Jake's wife. That's how he and I found out they existed. We've been hunting dark creatures and saving people ever since. So that's also how Jake lost his arm. Yep, and along the way, the team grew to include me and others, and it was all very heartwarming, except for the part with the gruesome murders. On that note, your victim is, as you expected, totally drained of blood. Going by rigor mortis, she was murdered at midnight. Before biting the girl, the vamp tore off her necklace. There are marks where the chain pulled, so be on the lookout for that piece of jewelry. Also found some saliva left on the bite. The markers in it indicate that your vamp is allergic to garlic. It's not actually a thing for all vamps, but the majority hates it, and your killer does too. Great. Marie, our murderer's vamp's aversion to garlic will soon be the least of their problems. Jesus Christ, this is going to go on for an hour, I swear. Marie, you're looking a lot more confident on your first big supernatural investigation than I did. Part of me is still amazed that vampires, ghosts, and all sorts of creatures are real and live alongside us without us knowing. Almost the amazing thing to me is that most creatures, including vampires, can look like ordinary humans until they show their true face. I've always known that. My family are supernatural hunters, so I've grown up in the life. Well, most people don't, and as you know, Gwen, my discovery of supernatural was quite traumatic. But moving on, Marie. The sample from the stained hanky you show traces of your victim did show traces of your victim's blood, but not just that. Oh, God. Here we go again with the stuttering and stuff. Mixed in with the blood were tomato juice, vodka, spices, in short, the ingredients of a Bloody Mary cocktail. Your vamp must have had a Bloody Mary earlier in the evening. Wiping their mouth after the murder, they left traces of the drink on the hanky. The vamp must have sucked stuck to cocktails instead of drinking human blood as it is, Marie, they'll have to face justice. God, they keep walking outside my door. Yo, Marie, what's up? Been looking forward to seeing you. The hot new recruit joining the team. Yeah, ignore how my character looks in this. I don't know why I guess I should fill you in on me, like what my deal is and how I became to be this supernatural hunting life. Only if you want us to, dude. It's a short story. I was a college student, but the lizard monster came along, chomped on me, boom, I can never walk again, and have to figure out what the heck happened. So I hit the books in a new way, studied all this occult stuff. Then the chief found me, and lucky he was, because I'm like the best at this now. I don't understand people's talks. Well, Hotshot, what do you have on the killer's note that we sent you? All that about hope fleeing and mercy sighting. That was on the culture side, not so much the occult. The hope withering situation is a quote from one dusty poet, Lord Byron. Byron was a 19th century British bad boy sort of dude. Kind of sounds like Elliot, to be honest. British bad boy sort of dude. Yeah, definitely sounds kind of like Elliot. Wrote lots of gothic drama stuff. Your killer clearly fills his vibe. So a murderous vampire reads dramatic poetry. Sounds fitting, Marie. Granted, this case hasn't been short on drama with cryptic parties and all. On that note, we should visit the palace place again. Ah. Oh my god, I love this girl. Marie, excellent. We meet at last. Great to make your acquaintance. I hear you have a background in law enforcement. That will certainly be useful in our pursuits. Yeah, I do. Like worked from 2016 to 2029, apparently. 2029 was travel in time. I don't know. Jack kind of went back in time from 2029 to, 2020 and, grabbed us and was like, we're going to 2029 and just, yeah. It's not even 2029 where we're at yet. I hear you have a background in law enforcement. That will certainly be useful in our pursuits. Pursuits? You do have a way with words, Hopi. Call me Hopi again, Gwen, and your pills will start mysteriously emitting electricity the moment your head touches them. Oh! Don't mind us, Marie. Hope and I totally get along. We share an RV and everything. You say it like it's a good thing for such compatible personalities to be cooped up together. Tough love, I get it. Anyway, I hope that you got stuff on that video camera for us. Has it recorded anything from the party? Actually, what will interest you is an excerpt from before the party when DJ Blood gave an interview. See for yourself. So, DJ Blood, you have a pretty rabid fan base. I don't like to badmouth my fans, but yeah, things get intense. The music, it disturbs something in their souls, you know. Is it true that you had a restraining order against a fan? According to your sources, it was some girl named Lucy who... I don't much like talking about it. Jesus, grammar much. My grammar's not good either, but what? Let me instead tell you something about my new album, Antagonizing Symphonies. Oh wow, let me get this straight. Our victim was such a zealous fan of DJ Blood that he got a restraining order against her? Indeed, and I can confirm that this order exists. I've hacked my way into the police archives. Oh my god, sorry. DJ Blood said he didn't like talking about the innocent, Jesus Christ. Innocent, really? Incident. And he sure didn't mention it to us, but now we'll have to make him sing. Who was the murderer? Oh, it was him. Okay, on to the next thing. You know, Gwen, some days I miss working for a pharmaceutical company. I bet you miss the paychecks. Marie, Priya was a high-flying chemist before giving up it up for a chase after monsters and sleep in an RV like a hippie. It's true, the lifestyle isn't the easiest to get used to, but I've only meant that I miss my old state-of-the-art labs, which would have been useful when I was checking out the powder you sent me. Why, did it turn out to be tricky? You could say that. I've quickly identified that powder was a drug of some sort, but narrowing it down took time. I managed it, though. The stuff is euphoria, a party drug that's popular lately. Taking it gives you a hit of energy. No wonder that show is called Euphoria. Jesus. But once you crash, you'll be weak and lethargic, which is, of course, dangerous since anyone can take advantage of you then. Great. Any idea how our victim got mixed up with this drug? I could assume that she was given or sold some, and I could tell you who the distributor is. You see, Euphoria has been appearing at parties along the West Coast, and it's linked to Roxanne Vega's name. Hold on, our shady politically vamp lady is petting drugs to the victim? We'll need a good long talk with her about that. Okay, next thing. I have to ask Marie, have you and Gwen stopped even for a moment in the investigation to take a nap or something? Night shifts are hard on the body. This isn't a time for naps, Ben. None of you are taking care of yourselves on this team. Bad diet, no sleep, injuries, you name it. My hands are always full with you lot. Speaking of injuries, what is the necklace the vamp tore off the victim before chomping down on her? Was this the necklace? Jesus Christ. Ugh, fine. Yes, it was. Bits of the girl's skin were on it. Also, there was... I need a break. Also, there were leather fragments caught between the links in the necklace. Your victim didn't wear any, so your killer must. Great, we're getting somewhere. Our leather-clad killer vampire won't know what hit them. No, Mama. I've tried your curry recipe. I haven't tried your curry recipe yet. Why? Well, I don't have time to cook, and, Mama, my coworkers are here. I have to go. Sorry about that, Marie. My mom likes to check up on me often. Very often. Hey, at least she cares. Yes, but it's awkward, lying to my family about everything. They think I'm still at my pharma job. Whereas here I am, roving around the country in campers with the rest of the team, solving supernatural crimes. Yeah, your family not knowing is tough. Listen, family side, can we talk about the blood sample we sent you? Of course. Sorry, I know you're in a hurry. The blood matches your victim, but that's not all I've got for you. There was a second set of DNA left in the sample, and it belongs to a man, which can be sure your killer is. So the vampire who killed our victim was a man. He'll have to face the consequences like one, too. And I don't care for that. Gwen, girl, have you considered taking up hobbies that don't involve dating? Like knitting would be fun, maybe? What? No, where is this coming from? And have you checked the particles from the badge my unknown but very hot man wore? Ew. Yeah, I have, but maybe we can forget the whole thing and, you found out something bad, haven't you? What were those particles? I'm afraid the stuff was skin cells belonging to one Roxanne Vega. Roxanne, that sexy lady. Oh god, that sexy lady who might or might not be a vampire. If she touched the badge, would she be involved with my man? He's not your man yet, Gwen, but he might be hers. I better know once and for all. Let's ask Roxanne about the man of my dreams. Okay, this is weird. This is getting weird. Hope, have you had time to look at Minya's phone? Any clue why it ended up broken or where she is now? Sorry. Well, the phone mostly contained the records of a painfully ordinary girl's life, all petty dramas and school worries. But the last photograph on the phone camera was telling. It must have accidentally taken when the device fell or was torn from her hands. And the only thing you can see on the image, Carly, is a... God, I'm not even thinking straight right now. On the image, Marie, is a pair of glowing vampire eyes. Oh no, do you mean a vampire has attacked Mina? It does appear so. There have been no reports of victims matching her description, but she's missing and I can't locate her anywhere. This is the second vampire attack of the night, but the perpetrator of the first crime is in custody. And Dr. Oculus swore it wouldn't happen again. Oh well, if a vampire said so, it must be true. Come on, Priya, we can't trust him. Not everyone supernatural is automatically evil. I have to believe that. My apologies. I didn't mean to offend your werewolf sensibilities. Just Dr. Oculus will always protect his own, you know. I guess so. Anyway, Marie, there's nothing to do but confront him directly. Yeah, Bria is a werewolf. Yay. And also, I think my sister's yelling at someone. Yay. Number 2. Someone killed Bigfoot, you guys. Remember this case, and there's more. Yay. Cool. Fun. Okay. Marie, most people don't even know Big Feet exist, and there's someone beating this poor thing to death. Yeah, I hadn't realized Big Feet were real, so how'd you know it was a someone who killed him? What if it was a unicorn or something? Because unicorns don't eat trail mix. One sec, you guys. I'm thirsty. Anyway. Sorry, what? I don't follow. I'll explain in a second. First, there was definitely a fright. Jesus. There was definitely a fight before Bigfoot got his lights knocked out. I found bruises and bits of his fur torn out. Judging by the placement of the torn fur and bruises, it's clear Bigfoot's opponent was human-sized, so not a unicorn. And in the scuffle, they got peanuts, dried fruit, and chocolate in Bigfoot's fur. And anyone who spent the time in the woods knows that peanuts, dried fruit, and chocolate make delicious trail mix. So we know the killer eats trail mix. Well, Marie, this puts us hot on the trail to catching our killer. Oh my god, I need to be drinking water instead of soda. One sec. Marie, the sample of the victim's blood. The sample is the victim's blood, but there's evidence from your killer mixed in it too. Wow, did you get all of that from sniffing it, like with your werewolf nose? No, Luke, I'm a scientist, and I highly specialize scientific instruments. Okay, sorry, I was just kidding. Anyway, your killer got the victim's blood on their boots. I found traces of rubber mixed into the sample. The sample contained a vulcanized rubber used specially for hiking boots due to its grip, breathability, and shock absorption. From this, we know your killer wears hiking boots. Well, Marie, when we catch up with our killer, they'll be shaking in their boots. Any process on the murder? Well, we talked to a few potential We talked to a few potential suspects, but don't worry, we pretend to be journalists for the Bigfoot Daily Gazette. Daily? Who the heck has that much to say about Bigfoot? Sounds totally fake. That's true. I guess I got excited. Anyway, we spoke with a lumberjack murderer. We spoke with a lumberjack who works in the area, but he wasn't aware of the murder. He said he's only ever heard of strange sounds and seen the bushes move, stuff like that. But he pointed us to the local museum with a knowledgeable curator. However, he also says he's never met a Bigfoot in person. Dude, that dude's crazy. So 2 of your suspects in a Bigfoot's murder have never seen a Bigfoot before in real life. Not great leads, kid. Hey, didn't you say for yourself that big feet are notoriously hard to spot? Anyway, we do have a suspect who saw him. Marigold Carson, a hiker. But she mistook the victim for a dead guy in a costume. Good. Don't tell her otherwise. If she's not our killer, best not to freak her out by insisting Bigfoot's real. Marie, did you say Bigfoot? I was just at a cave bar with my hottie McDreamboat, and we heard someone bragging about seeing a Bigfoot. Are we doing this again? So, Luke, have you got a wisecracked about me, a werewolf, any like seeing that fur sample you brought in? No, just curious about the results. The samples is Bigfoot's fur, right? Yes, it is. And soaked with the fur were traces of DEET, the primary ingredient in insect repellents. Jesus. I assume Bigfoot doesn't use bug spray? Nope. Oh my god. Your killer uses bug spray and got some on the victim's fur during the murder. Geez, that's on my door again. Ah, that makes more sense. Well, Marie, the killer's gonna need more than bug spray to keep us away. Oh my god, this has been going for 59 and a half minutes. This is hilarious. Speaking of, we know the killer went to the museum. Let's take another look around there. Okay, this is the next one. Yo, Marie, I heard you found a smelly, hairy monster in the woods. What? Too bad he's dead. I'd gladly take Barefoot over Luke as a roommate any day. You say that, but Big Feet probably snore worse than you. And good luck getting one to listen to you ramble about your books. Good point. You listen and soak knowledge up like a little sponge. Anyway, that cast of yours was a pretty typical Bigfoot exhibit. Bigfoots are like the furry dude been mementos to find, you know. Every self-respecting collector has a few. This one wasn't real special. Weird part, though, there was a gross stuff on it. I checked with Priya, and apparently it was a chainsaw lubricant. You meet any lumberjacks lately? Yeah, Elwood Grims is a lumberjack. That means he broke the cast. Thanks for the help, Felix. Marie, let's go talk to Mr. Grims. So, Luke, Felix tells... Jesus. So, Luke, Felix tells me when you're in the trailer, you mostly do supernatural research and clean your guns. Not the party type, are you? No. Is that a problem? No, I like it. Keep being serious about the job and you'll go far. Thanks. Anyway, what can you tell us about the huge trap Marie found? Well, the trap was custom built. The jaws were made especially wide to accommodate a Bigfoot. So now the question is, who ordered this custom trap? Well, I matched the trap serial number to a purchase order made by one Darius Wexler. Mr. Wexler, the museum curator? A trap doesn't exactly match his whole respect the big feet attitude he had earlier. Let's see what's up with that. Oh, hi Marie, sorry, I'm just reserving some time at the spa tomorrow. I've been busy on the move and I need to unwind. A massage or a mud bath or even just a facial peel. A facial peel? That sounds relaxing. Well, when you're also getting a foot massage and drinking cucumber water, it is potential of relaxation. I think I prefer a walk in the woods and a bag of trail mix. Speaking of which, did that trail mix bag Marie found belong to Bigfoot's killer? Yes, I found traces of bug spray left on the plastic by your killer. Then, analyzing the material inside the bag, I found facial hairs, which means your killer has facial hair. Things are about to get hairy for Bigfoot's killer, Marie. This is the murder weapon. You know, Marie, until you arrived, Luke and I were the newest additions to the team. It's nice to see that we're all settling in nicely. Well, you and Marie can rest easy. I'm still on probation. I'm sure that will be over soon. You're doing so well. You found the murder weapon, and it's got Bigfoot's blood all over it. Yes. Oh, Marie, we're so close to solving this case. Also, there were fibers stuck on the rock. When I cleaned the blood off of them, those fibers showed a dye pattern for plaid clothing. Of course, Bigfoot didn't wear clothes, so that leaves your killer, who definitely wears plaid. Okay, Marie, we're on the lookout for a killer in plaid. Marie, the substance you brought me doesn't feel kidnappy, to use one of Gwen's words. I mean, it was torn from Mina's dress. Probably when she was dragged by a vampire through the woods. What's not kidnappy about that? Well, the substance was Earl Grey tea and bits of scone crumbs with orange marmalade. You're right, Marie. This doesn't add up. A kidnapper doesn't have tea parties with their victim. Wait, Marie, didn't you meet a tea party of a vampire during your case? Oh my god, it's this girl. We know Mina's kidnapper is a vampire. Let's go grill that to Bathsheba. I don't get this girl. Well, hope is that geoelectrical probe going to do the trick to help us find the cave where Mina's being held captive? It will. I started the mapping where Mina's watch was sending the GPS ping, the picnic area, and its environs. I detected a large number of restivity anomalies caves nearby, which is good and bad news. Let me guess. The good news is we found the caves, and the bad news is we don't know which one Mina's in. Precisely. But I do have a hunch. There is this one such cave that is, well, off the beaten path. It's the only one whose placement renders it essentially invisible to the casual hiker's eye. Sounds like that's our cave. Come on, Marie. Let's mount a rescue. Okay, this seems to be the cave Hope mentioned. Let's go inside and see if Mina's here. Marie, it's dark in here. Can you see... Huh? What? Marie, it's you. Oh, what a relief. Yes, Mina, we found you. You don't have to be afraid anymore. We'll get you out of here, and then you can tell us what happened if you feel up to it. That was fun to pretend to be whispering. Oh ho, Marie, you've hit the jackpot. Wexler is a deep doo-doo now. Does the doo-doo have something to do with that amulet, and why was it hidden? That amulet was hidden because it was swiped from the Institute of Byzantium in Turkey a few months ago. It's a buzzard claw stuck in ember. Early Turkish shamans used this thing to try and get the Almas to come hang with them. Alma is basically the Caucasus version of a Bigfoot. I can't deal when people steal public heritage from museums. Someone hooked something from the Smithsonian recently, and I legit lost sleep thinking about it. Now this... Well, possession of stolen artifacts is totally something we can report Wexler for. Let's tip the police and go get him. And that's it for that case. On to case number 3, which I do not have much for because I don't care for it. Literally the only thing I have is the victim's body. That's hilarious. How you holding up, Luke? First it's dead Bigfoot, and now it's some dude's been chopped up with in a ghost town. I'm fine. This might be my second case with you guys, but I've been a hunter for years. Relax, kid. That's my point. The cases we deal with are pretty intense, and it's easy to get lost in the job. I'm just looking out for you. Oh my god. Speaking of cases, the killer sure did a number on your victim. Marie, I counted 4 strikes in total, all inflicted with a wedge-like blade. So be on the lookout for an axe. That'll be your murder weapon. Did the killer leave any other stuff behind? No, it doesn't look like the killer touched the body, but I did take a little closer at the wounds, and the angle of the strike suggests your killer favors their left hand. Well, Marie, our lethal lefty will have both hands in cuffs before long. And before this thing goes over the 30 minutes, let's head to City of Romance. That's new. I think I'm only on case 1 with this one, too. If you actually stayed this long, I'm impressed, and thank you. Wait, who is that? Oh my god, I thought that was DuPont's cousin for a second. I was about to cry. Ooh la la, it must be my lucky day to receive not 1, but 2 Oh! 2 virgin police recruits. Holy crap. Oh my god. Don't worry, I'll soon whip you both into shape. Actually, I am not a newbie. Now, behave, Nadia. Nice to meet you, Madame Benyamin. Please, Madame Benyamin was my mother. Please, I am simply Nadia. Now, I suppose you're here to find out what happened to that delectable victim of yours. Yes, we suspect Elise Marks was poisoned. Clever, as well as pretty. Yes, she was poisoned by something so potent. She wasn't talking about me, she was talking about that dude. She was poisoned by something so potent that dissolved in her lungs, which is what you saw seeping out of her nose and mouth. Ew, that was her lungs? There's only one product in the market that could have done that to your victim, and it's called Pong rat poison. Oui. Pong is the only thing that successfully rid my apartment of rat infestation last year. There's more. I noticed burn marks on your victim's neck and wrist. Both areas where people spritz themselves with perfume. So we can safely conclude that the killer had mixed the poison into the victim's perfume, which in turn caused the burns and ultimately death. The poison perfume was slow acting and would have taken about an hour for the toxins to take effect. So Miss Marks must have applied the perfume an hour before she died. Duly noted. Nadia, did the autopsy reveal anything about the killer? Yes, I noticed traces of Paris pressed in the tips of the fingers on the victim's right hand. Jesus Christ. The fingers she'd have used to spray herself with perfume. Ah, Paris press. That's a delicious pastry made with praline cream. Marie, you must try it. Indeed, Paris press induce much pleasure in people. Although, bizarrely, this one had cinnamon in it. That's not in the conventional recipe. In any case, since there was no food in your victim's digestive system, we can conclude that it's your killer who enjoyed this delicacy and left some on the perfume bottle while adding poison to it. A model who doesn't eat is no surprise. Thanks, Nadia. We'll be on the lookout for a gourmet killer who enjoys cinnamon-infused Paris press. Oh my god. Oh, it's this dude. Marie, nice to meet you. How's the world out there? Me, I prefer to stay in my lab. Technology is easier to understand than people. But how are you ever going to find yourself a girlfriend if you don't put yourself out there, dear Emily? Emily? Jeez. Emile. His name is Emile. Me, I'm going through a crazy divorce, but you have no excuse not to be having fun. I know, but maybe we should focus on the victim's phone instead of my lack of love life. Yes, tell us all of Elise Marks' secrets. Well, I don't know about secrets, but the phone did contain a serious text message to your victim from an anonymous and encrypted account. The message said, God save us the gift of life. It is up to me to give you the gift of death, followed by a poison emoji. A poison emoji and a message about giving the gift of death? Marie, this SMS must have been sent from the killer. I agree, and what's more, his message was a paragraph quote of Voltaire, which means the killer must be a fan of the great French writer and philosopher. Marie, quoting Voltaire may win our killer lovers in everyday life, but it won't prevent them from being thrown into jail. Well, Marie, our time in Paris has definitely started with glamorous bang. It's Fashion Week here, and top model Elise Marks dropped dead right in the middle of a photo shoot after being poisoned by perfume. All of our suspects so far have also involved in the fashion industry and included none other than Charles Pilsnerfield, the legendary designer at Choir. And then there's a photographer who witnessed Mark's death and a stylist who happened to be at the very square where our victim had been just moments before it happened. What the heck did I just drop? Where should we investigate next? Egad, what is all that commotion? None, but you're talking out of your backside here. Nadia, what are you... The only person spouting hot air is you, my dear. Hi, Commissioner, what the devil is going on here? What? Marie, enchanté. I am Enzo, official police lab chief and unofficial king of hearts. Hey guys, I thought I'd join you to find out what the blue powder from the killer's poison bottle is all about. Ooh la la, Gary. They told me you had brains, but they didn't mention what a bombshell you are. Thanks, I guess. But perhaps you could focus on the investigation for now? Investigation? Oh, oui. I suppose you're right. For starters, the bottle of poison must definitely belong to your killer, because I discovered traces of Petty Best mixed in with the blue substance. As for the sample itself, it's dregs of a pill people take when they're allergic to dog fur. Which means your killer must be allergic to dogs. Sorry I'm late, Marie. Did I hear that our killer is pooch-averse? Living in Paris must be a nightmare. Lucky I'm not allergic, so let us go back to the heart of the city and take another look around the scene of the crime. Well, I guess that's it. Because that's all I have. Yay. Okay, so that's all for today. I will definitely be back to my normal scheduled videos once I am completely gone of this sickness. I don't know how long that's gonna take for me, but and my sister's outside my door again. I will see you guys later. Goodbye. Peace. Ciao. Bye.